Flare is the world's only AI-first platform for financial institutions and digital agencies, built for turning mission-critical enterprises into AI-first leaders. For more information, go to theflare.ai.
Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be opening up my Tier 1 King of the Court rewards from this week here in NBA 2K26. My team. Now, I was out of town until last night. Got home relatively late, actually. But I played 5 games, and I got Tier 1 in those 5 games. So, got to like 11,500 points. Actually had a very solid couple of games there, which I think if I had a couple more good games, I could have been up to about 13,000. So, I had a good start for sure to King of the Court this weekend, but I just started at the very end because I was literally out of town all weekend until Sunday night. So either way, I'm happy that I was at least able to get King of the Court, or Tier 1 in King of the Court. Really didn't take too long, wasn't too hard to get that. That being said, I do want to talk about again this week the King of the Court rewards themselves in general, and also kind of the format a little bit before I actually open up the pack, because I think it's a little bit to say. But before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. I don't even understand what these scores are the last couple weeks, to be totally honest. 13-9, 13-9-8, or 13-9-9, 13-9-8-5, 13-8-3-5. Those scores are absolutely insane, man. I don't even know. But either way, I don't love the format of King of the Court, man. I just don't. I really wish they would change it. I don't think they will. But the one thing that they can change that I really do think that they should is the rewards. Because, I mean, we're at the point where I just don't think a 5-card diamond option pack for Tier 1 is a very good reward. And I know, and here's the thing. I mentioned this last week in my King of the Court video, and I was talking about how I don't think that pack is very rewarding, and people were like, well, yeah, with your team, of course it's not that rewarding. Now, to be fair, I will say this is the team that I used this weekend. Not quite as ridiculous. Still a very good squad. But besides Dr. J, Cooper Flag, I guess Brandon Ingram, besides those 3 guys, everybody else on this team is an attainable card right now. I'm kind of saving my MT, waiting for the next set of insane cards to drop before I pick up some more top tier cards. My team obviously will be getting upgraded again here shortly. But this is the team I used this week and had total success with. Really no issues at all. But even with this squad, which again has 7 of 10 being attainable cards, what diamonds are going to upgrade this team at this point that I could pull? You know what I mean? I actually used Rocco, who I got last week out of my pack, so that wound up being actually a decent pull. I did use him. He won't be my small forward for long, probably. I would think by this weekend he will likely be replaced. I'll buy somebody else to upgrade to him, probably. But at the same time, I guess that was nice. But let's see. Look at my team. What diamonds am I going to get out of this 92 pack? Or 92 plus pack that are going to upgrade my squad? There's like one. Dyson Daniels from the Hidden Gems is the #1 guy that I think would really help out my squad. But otherwise, I just don't think there are many, if any, diamonds that are really going to help out my squad at this point in the year. And that's the thing. Yes, I have a very good team, but that's with a bunch of attainable cards. And then the honest truth is, I think a lot of other people's teams, especially people who are good enough to get to Tier 1, they have a solid squad. They have Jack Sikma, they have Chris Bosh, they have Jaren Jackson Jr., they have good budget cards across the board. They have a couple of good pink diamonds here and there. Maybe they did an exchange or 2. They got Penny Hardaway or Scottie Pippen or SGA or somebody like that, even if they only have 1 or 2 of those cards. And they have a team that's full of good diamonds, level 40 rewards, free reward cards, stuff like that. And even for the majority of people who are good enough at the game to get to Tier 1, I think almost all of them are at the point where there's only really 1 or 2 diamonds that really help out their squad. I mean, let's just think off the top of our heads. How many good promo diamonds are there, plus hidden gem diamonds, that are left to be pulled? Obviously, Jaren's a great pull. Andrew Wiggins from Season 1, as well as Miles Turner. I'd say those 2 are good pulls, so there's 3. Let's see, what else? Who else is really going to impact people's squads? Maybe a Rudy Gay. Probably not, though. You see what I'm saying? There just aren't that many options at this point that are really all that helpful. I mean, Brandon Miller came out this week. He's pretty good, I guess, but he wouldn't say he's anything particularly insane. That Gallinari card's also pretty good. Like, those 2 guys are decent, but I don't think those are game-changing options. Rocco's obviously solid. Dylan Harper's good, as is Stephon Castle. And then, again, the Hidden Gems, you have 33 left. I would say, I mean, Bowen's good, but a lot of people already have him. Buzelis is really nice. Dyson Daniels, those 2 are good. John Isaac is solid, but his jumper's bad. Michael Richardson's got a good jumper, but he doesn't have any movement. He's like a worse version of Dyson Daniels. Not a horrible card. The DeJounte Murray's solid. I guess Danny Green's a pure 3-and-D, but has no SIGs. MCW's decent. Larry Nance is basically the same as Jonathan Isaac. There's a couple of decent ones, right? But again, it just doesn't. There aren't a lot of jump off the page great options anymore. And I think we're at the point where it's time to upgrade that to a pink diamond, especially if they're going to drop opals, because I know they're going to drop opals here in the next week or two. Like, we're at the point where they are definitely coming soon. Once we get Galaxy opals, that same week we should be upgraded to a pink diamond in King of the Court rewards at a very minimum. I don't think that's asking for that much for the reward to go up to the second highest tier of card throughout the year. I think that's completely reasonable. Once they go to Dark Matters, it should absolutely be at least an opal. You know what I mean? And obviously, I think they could attach other rewards to that. I would like to see. I mean, I was glad to see them add a good pink diamond, like pink diamond pumpkin to the tier 1 reward, for example, during the Chills Festival. During more stuff like that, I hope that continues. But I don't see why there couldn't be an MT reward attached, even a VC reward, even if it's a small VC reward. Things like that. That's where you could really add something additional, add something extra that makes it really rewarding, or just make it a better pack. You know what I mean? That rewards your community a little bit more. And tier 3 is if you get top 50% at this point, you're getting an amethyst. That's the way it's been the last few weeks, y'all. That's insane, is it not? To me, that's like, if you're not in the top 10%, you get an amethyst or just a random pack that's going to include a gold card if you're not in the top 50%. So if you're not a top 10% player, which to be fair, I don't think it's incredibly hard to be a top 10% player, but if you're not, then the mode is like completely and utterly unrewarding to you. And if you're not a top 30 player in the game or so, which is about what tier 1 is, because again, it's only top 1%, somewhere in the top 30 to 50 players each week, I would say. If you're not one of those players, then you're getting a random diamond at best. And that's probably not going to be that good. I just think the reward could be so much better, and it's really underwhelming, and it's time to upgrade it. It just is. It's supposed to be elite rewards. Give people a reason to play the mode. Besides, though, $10,000 a week that is only available to a few people, you know what I mean? And I have other complaints about the format and stuff that I think is going on that I can't really talk about in a video, but I'm just exasperated by the circumstance of King of the Court and the way that it has been executed this year compared to how I think it could have absolutely been. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? So it is. I'm moving on. I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope I get Dyson Daniels. I'm gonna open up this pack. And we're going to see what I get. If it's Dyson Daniels, I'm going to be excited. If it's anything else, probably not. It is not Dyson Daniels, therefore I'm not excited. Roy Hibbert, Donovan Mitchell, Jared McCain, Larry Nance, and Bradley Beal. Honestly, none of these are great. I think I might take Roy Hibbert just because he's new. I doubt he can shoot, though, right? Like, can he do anything? Larry Nance is a good card, but I'm not probably going to use him realistically. Can this card shoot? He has a 73. What's his speed? 47. Yeah. Probably going to pass on that. I'll take Larry Nance. Whatever. He's the best one there. I don't think he makes my team or anything, but I will take him. I think he is the best one available, at least in the short term. He might actually be able to, like, if I wanted to, I could run him. I forgot I had Kwame as well. I could run Nance or Kwame or somebody like that. I have my backup 4 and go Bosch the backup 5 if I want to take out Mitchell Robinson. I might even put Kwame back in. I think Kwame's probably better than Nance, though, to be totally honest. You know what I mean? So that doesn't really help me that much. I'll take Larry Nance. Some people's teams would probably be upgraded by him, but he's got a good escape, and he's got 97 driving dunk. The problem is his jumper, at least from anywhere but the corners, is kind of tough and inconsistent to green super well. And it's not crazy fast. I do think from the corners, it actually feels pretty good. It's still a little bit slow, but it does feel decent. He's like a better Jonathan Isaac to me. Good card. Definitely usable. I'm not sure he's absolutely insanely elite, but he's not a bad pull. I just probably not going to use him. I think a lot of other people maybe would use this card, but again, potentially not. And again, if you're the only people getting the 5-card option pack are the top 30 to 50 players in the game on a week-to-week basis. So that's kind of unfortunate as well. I don't know. It is what it is. Just time to update the rewards. That's really my number one thing. And again, I'm not saying this because I don't feel like my team is getting helped by the rewards. I don't think most people getting these rewards are having their teams helped by the rewards on a week-to-week basis. There just needs to be more to play my team for on a consistent basis. I know that I was out of town this weekend, but I know they added a diamond pack that you could grind for this weekend in All-Star Team Up or Triple Threat Park. Like, that was good. That's a start. But I need more, man. I need more. We need consistency. We need content. We got no moments cards today. There were so many moments worthy performances last week in the NBA. Just lots of different things that frustrate me that we haven't done more about. That's basically how I'm feeling. It is what it is, though. I'm gonna stop complaining. And fingers crossed we get some upgraded stuff this week. Yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I will be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.